Hey all, it's the Mad Artist, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I have another mad story for you. Imagine if there was a book that was hundreds of years old, but the top minds of the world could not figure out what was written in it, or even what language it was written in. This is exactly what the Voynich Manuscript is. Written sometime between 1404 and 1438 AD, possibly in Italy, the book has puzzled the world's top minds since its discovery. Every one of the 240 pages in the book is covered with text, mostly written using unknown characters, with large, colorful paintings all over the place. One section of the book contains detailed, seemingly scientifically oriented drawings of plants, which gives the impression that this is a section dedicated to botany or even alchemy. However, because most of the drawings in the book cannot be identified as any known species of plant, this theory is questionable. Another section contains intricate drawings of nude women bathing, some wearing crowns, connected by a series of pipes and flowing water that goes on for several pages. There are also maps of castles, rivers, and possibly a volcano contained within, though no one can identify what this was a map of. There are also scientific instruments and tools drawn within the text that resemble nothing known to history. While some think that the text could be a forgery, a hoax, or the product of an insane mind, almost every scientist who has examined it says it is genuine. In addition, linguists and other experts agree that the text is consistent with actual meaningful human language, strongly suggesting that it does in fact have a meaning and is not a forgery, and radiocarbon dating places it in the 1400s, making the prospect of it being a forgery problematic. This leaves the possibility that this was just gibberish written down by someone in the 1400s, but this seems unlikely due to the intricacy of the writing, the drawings themselves, and the expense that would have been involved in producing such a manuscript in those days. The first known mention of the book was in 1639, when an alchemist from Prague contacted an expert in Egyptian writing, claiming that he had a text written in hieroglyphs. The book eventually passed into the possession of this Egyptian scholar, where he conclusively determined that this was not written in any form of Egyptian. And it was theorized at the time that the English philosopher Roger Bacon had written the book, and that the book was purchased from him for a sum worth over $100,000 in today's money. Most researchers have discredited this claim of authorship, and it also doesn't help explain what the text actually means anyway. The next notable event to happen to the manuscript was in 1870, when the book transferred ownership to the Vatican, where it's believed that the few recognizable Latin words that are in the text today were added. The book remained in the possession of the Jesuit order until they sold off some of their books, and the manuscript fell into the hands of a rare book collector by the name of Wilfrid Voynich in 1912. Voynich spent his life trying to decipher the text until his death in 1930. Yet no matter what scholar he brought this to, they were all stumped. The book made the rounds to a few others before finally coming into the possession of Yale University in 1969, and since then various codebreakers and linguists have examined it, all to no avail. Theories abound about the text, including one that says that the text was written in Latin, but just in an unknown form of shorthand. And another one says that it was written in Chinese, using an unknown European phonetic alphabet. And yet another one says that it was a channeled text, written by someone in a trance, doodling down stream of consciousness nonsense that merely resembled language. Beyond the text, the pictures are harder to explain, mostly because the majority of them are pure fantasy, seemingly scientific diagrams of things in the world that represent nothing, though some have proposed theories to explain these, too. In spite of all these various theories proposed by the experts in their field, no one has conclusively proven any of them. So, what do you think? Do you think this was an elaborate forgery? Was this a manuscript from an unknown civilization? Or was it aliens? Thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. I appreciate it. I've been the Mad Artist, and I hope you have a great day.